Hello everyone, welcome back to Sports Kabaddi with me are Adi and Rishi boys. Yes, we have our top two, we have our top four, we have all information needed before the IPL playoffs begin. It's RCB Punjab in qualifier one, and then you've got the Eliminator, which is going to be Mumbai Indians against the Gujarat Titans. It's this is going to be so much fun, bro. Now I think from an RCB perspective, firstly, I'm so happy when the top two. My God, what a way to get into the top two as well. Jitesh Sharma playing an absolute blinder. I thought Virat Kohli was really good against LSG as well. Mayank Agarwal also. You just have to mention him. He picked up boundaries at crucial times in that game. And yeah, just all in all, I think it's great. You have the cushion of the extra game in case you need it. But I think if you were asking me, like which team would you play out of the three teams? If you had to pick one of them, I would actually pick the Punjab Kings. I hope this is the time we don't make it hard. I don't remember RCB finishing in the top two forever. Like I don't remember it happening in ages. It's not happened
Happened
for
in 2016 last time.
in 2015.
16 when we came,
No, 16 we finished fourth.
we finished second.
We finished fourth. We won, brother.
The
Gujarat
year,
Titans.
the year SRH
So,
made it to the
in
final.
2016 we came second. I think Gujarat Titans or whatever they were called that time were first. What was it? Gujarat
Gujarat
Lions.
Lions.
They were first. And I think
Wait,
we
yes,
beat.
yes, yes, yes.
I
You're right, you're right,
I
you're
think we
right.
beat Gujarat only
But
in
we
the qualifier where
correct,
ABD
correct, correct,
was.
correct. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, we finished second. Yeah, but yeah, in general, like crazy. But yeah, it's been whatever 9 years since we finished in the top two. Then, and it's happened, so it's fair enough. But before we go to RCB Punjab, Rishi, it is Mumbai Gujarat, the Eliminator. What are you feeling? How are you feeling for the Eliminator? You think it should be easier, much easier without Joss Butler in the Gujarat camp?
I mean, of course, it should be a lot easier. Goes without saying the kind of performances that they've been putting up. He is one of the two or three best batters this season for Gujarat, and he has been one of the reasons why they are where they are. So the fact that they are without him makes it a little bit easier. But at the same time, for us, we don't have Ryan Rickleton either, and I don't think missing out on Will Jacks is a big loss for us. But compared to Ryan Rickleton, who had a poor start but was really picking up form and has been very good towards the tail end of the tournament. So for us, losing him right now I feel is a very big loss as well. But yeah, I think we have our replacements are there. Josh, but I mean, what's his
Bairstow.
name? Johnny Bairstow is lined up for us. So I mean, he hasn't been on top of his game, I'd say, of late. But yeah, it is what it is. You can't make much of it right now. We have to pretty much play. Although I would have preferred in the eliminator, I would have preferred one of the Punjab or RCB, like the teams that haven't won before, because the nerves will be on them, the pressure will be on them. I would have rather faced one of them in the eliminator. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, fair enough. Adi, Mumbai, Gujarat, Mumbai favorites because again Gujarat without Butler, and now that means
Uh,
so much more pressure on Gill and Sai.
I still think I think I don't know how the Chandigarh pitch has been this year. Like, I think it was generally a very slow pitch. If I'm not wrong, I think even Punjab there, I think that was one of the stadiums which had the lowest scores. If I'm not wrong, a lot of teams struggle to score runs there. So if you have to be real going into that arena, playing in that stadium, I think from my perspective, it helps Gujarat more than Mumbai because if you're taking off the pace from the wicket and from what I've seen this season, I think the guys like Prasid Krishna, even to an extent, Siraj has done well on the slower tracks than those so-called flat tracks. I mean, they've done decent everywhere, but I think these tracks is where they were most suited, probably, I would say. And coming into this game, I would actually give them the edge because I think the stadium suits them in terms of bowling. The way their bowling unit has been in form, I think that would help them. And I also expect Rashid Khan to have a bit more help in this stadium than other stadiums. Like you have to look at Rashid Khan. It's sad because he ends up playing in a stadium that is very flat. Like look at that pitch. It's a very flat pitch. You're not getting much out of anything on the surface, right? The same Rashid Khan having. I feel like it's a slower, edgy track there. It helped Chahal also when he was bowling there. Like I think when he started playing more home games, because I remember Punjab didn't have a lot of home games. Then they started having 2, 3 home games continuously at a period of time. And I remember that time is when Chahal came into good form into the IPL and playing well in those 3, 4 span of games. I remember he had gotten picked up one of the highest wickets in those 3 games, 4 games in IPL, and that pitch helped him. Even the KKR game, I think he was the best that day, etc. And I think that can help Rashid Khan more than what he's had to go through in Ahmedabad and other flat tracks, like when you look at it. And I would also back guys like Sai Kishore more in that track. And if the track remains how it is, because I think this matters a lot now in terms of play style, I would back Gujarat more because I think they have a top 3 who can play slowish tracks. They tend to take a lot of time. Like they don't have pressure to go from ball one, and both their openers, you can see that they have the confidence and the freedom to take your time in the power play. Like you look at other teams, they have a certain philosophy. You have to go hard on, you score runs because we have a deeper batting lineup. But with Gujarat, it's more like, okay, your top 3 have to be the most responsible guys. Play how much ever you can and score the most number of runs you can in that top 3 order. Butler going, but Kusal Mendes coming in, I think he is a very good player. Like if I had to sit and say that he is a quality replacement, he's been the only consistent good batsman for Sri Lanka for years. Like during this so-called downfall of them, he's the one guy who's always showed up for them, always been scoring runs and consistently can score runs against top teams also. I wouldn't say he's a bad player. Like coming into this tournament, I think this is the first time I've seen him play in a while for India. At least I don't know if he's played IPL before, but I think he's a very capable player. Like if you have to put in as a number 3, so he's still a quality player, and maybe it's going to be tough coming into the playoffs, more pressure for them. But I think it's the same situation for Mumbai also. They've lost their mainstay opener. They've lost Will Jacks also, who's another important batsman for them. I'm not sure who they got replacement for Will Jacks. I don't remember his name, but yeah, like even with Mumbai, they've lost a lot of batting power there. Like, and I don't think I can sit and say like Mumbai are the favorites going into this. And I personally would back GT to win this just for the sake of like the players there, the way they've been batting, bowling, and I would expect them to win.
Rishi, are Mumbai favorites for you?
No, bro. I don't think we are the favorites at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know
Interesting.
the kind of bowling performance we put up the previous game as well was quite. I mean, other than Bumrah, everyone else was just getting taken apart. Like it was not just. I mean, of course, they were having a very good batting performance, but we weren't even hitting the right areas. We weren't even slowing the game down. We weren't even like trying to contain the runs. Like everyone was just spraying it in the same areas and getting hit for the same amount of runs. So I don't know. From a bowling perspective, I am slightly concerned, but I think with the loss of Rickleton, because a lot of times Rohit Sharma takes time. Like even in the few games that he has, like gotten us to a good start. Like he usually takes his time. Like it's usually Ryan Rickleton who goes off from the first over. So now we have 2 batsmen of the same ilk opening in. I mean that is if Bairstow chooses like opens with Rohit Sharma. It's going to be interesting. So I don't think we are favorites at this point.
Wow. Okay. I think my favorites. I think Mumbai favorites by a fair bit. Like I think just the firepower again that Mumbai have, even having Johnny Bairstow, I don't think is going to be that big a lot. Like you're still getting almost like an explosive batter
But when
to
was the last time he
form.
performed? Had a good T20 innings, yeah.
I mean, the same I can say about Rickleton. He's not been in the scene for England, right? Like that's the thing. So it's not like we watched Bairstow. I haven't watched Bairstow in leagues around the world. I'm sure he plays, but I
Even
haven't watched
last
him, and
year,
we haven't watched him. So
you see, even last year, no, in IPL, I remember he had, I think, one good innings, 100 where they made a record chase. Other than that, I don't think he's had many good
yeah.
innings.
So in the IPL, yeah, I think what he was with Punjab last year. if I'm
Yeah.
not wrong. Yeah, and yeah, I don't think he had a great year per se, but I'm just gonna open his numbers. I want to see what his IPL numbers are like.
Adi,
But
you're on mute.
Since 2021, he's played 3 seasons. He's not touched above 300 runs. And last time he had a good season was 2021. I think that was where we were playing in UAE, if I'm not wrong. And that time he scored 248 in like 7 games, and he was averaging 41 then. But then the last 2 times when he played in India, he had an average of 23, and last year he had an average of 29. But if you put in context, out of the 11 games he batted, he scored 298 runs, and that average is so high because he had that 108 not out in one
Not
game.
out.
So if you take all that one game also in 10 games, he had around 200 runs. So that's like 20 runs average every game. So if you have to put it
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
he didn't have a
exactly.
great IPL last year, but I don't mind Johnny Bairstow actually. Like I think he's a good enough batter for
I
you to
think the
have a
last time he
replacement at
played
his
was
stage.
SA T20 this year, and to be fair, he had a decent average there. But again, it is SA T20. You can take it how it is, right? Because you can't level SA T20 with for example,
I'm thinking about Johnny Bairstow. Who's the other replacement is Charit Asalanka for
yeah,
Mumbai
correct.
for Will Jacks. So I think if Asalanka come again, very similar in terms of what he's going to offer. He's going to offer you some batting. It's not like Jax has been lighting it up, but he's going to offer you some batting, and he's going to offer those off spinners that Jax was bowling anyways. Asalanka is going to do a similar job. This very similar profile, I'd say. Like maybe even batting wise, I think almost similar. I don't think they're that big of a difference between the two, anyways. So yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't think Mumbai have lost too much. Again, Bairstow right at the top. You know what you're going to get from him. He's going to be trying to be explosive. So if he comes off, he comes off. It's just 2-3 games anyways. Um, but yeah, so I don't think there's that much of a difference, and I think somewhere weirdly, Mumbai at the end of the day is the Indian core that matters. You need Sky to perform. You need Hardik Pandya to perform. You need Rohit Sharma to turn up. You need Jasprit Bumrah to turn up. If these guys do what they do, it's done. Like it's the Indian core that matters the most, I think, for Mumbai, and I still think they have a much stronger team as compared to Gujarat. Gujarat again very heavily reliant right now, still on Gill and Sai Sudarshan, and yeah, you're just thinking,
But even
maybe
Mumbai is very reliant on Sky if you look at it.
they are reliant on Sky, but the thing is, they can get runs from like others around as well. So the Rohit Sharma, if he turns up, like will score runs. Like he'll score 30
Like
runs,
that even
35
I can
runs.
say if Ruther Rutherford
No,
or
but I'm talking about the
Shubham
quality.
Mendes
I'm talking
turns
about
up.
quality. I'm talking about quality of player. Like quality of player wise, Mumbai have
So the
better
point
quality
is
players.
going into the semifinals. The point is who is in a better form and who has a probability to score higher runs. It's like we can't sit and say tomorrow you get in Warner and say, bro, we've known what it is with Warner, bro. The last 10 years he used to play so well.
No, but
We
the
know
but
what he's
it
going to
but
do.
but the
He's going to do
fact
it tomorrow.
is,
Like you can't
but the
do that.
fact is that for Mumbai they have got runs from other places other than Surya as well. Rickelton has scored runs. You've got runs from Hardik Pandya, who has
Yeah, but
actually
Nickelton's
Hardik
not
Pandya.
playing. That's the point.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying at the end of the day, the runs are spread out still to an extent, except from apart from Surya's runs, you still have runs from other places. But in Gujarat, a lot of pressure is on Sai and Gill. Like there's no one else who's had like a monstrous innings or anything for them.
Yeah, but it's different, right? Like for
Yeah.
Gujarat, they don't need that from their middle order, for example. And the certain times
So
when they
that's what I'm
need
saying.
it,
Like last game, when it actually came to it, it didn't happen for them.
yeah, but last game, even you can say even for Mumbai, it didn't happen to them, right? Like it's more than just the top two, top three. Like I think losing Butler is huge than losing someone like Rickleton.
That's what I'm
But the
saying.
fact is,
Exactly.
even without Butler, like you can see Gujarat overall as a batting unit, they've been good. Like even Rutherford and Shah Rukh Khan, they're capable players. Like
Bro,
you look at
Shah Rukh
Tavata, he's a
Khan.
what?
I don't think Shah Rukh Khan is that dangerous or anything.
In what sense don't you think he's a dangerous player?
I just don't think he's a dangerous player. I don't think
Yeah,
he's
but
that big an IPL player.
he's consistently performed in the last 2, 3 seasons of IPL, and it doesn't matter.
Where last two
The
seasons?
reality is he has done well, right? And the point is
Where has
going
he
into
done
this
well?
season, huh?
Where is Shah Rukh Khan done well in the IPL? What is now? I don't.
Bro, in
I
the
don't
position he
understand that.
plays, he's always been consistently pretty solid player. Like he
I have
has the
not seen
ability.
it. I have not seen it from Shah Rukh Khan except for the first breakthrough
Um,
season he had. I've never seen it.
Bro, if I see, I can't sit and tell when he's been playing well, but if you want me to pull out his stats, I can. But
Yeah,
overall, he's been a
I
capable
don't know
player.
why,
Like
but huh?
he's been a capable player, bro. And the same thing with Rutherford. Like this season itself, Rutherford.
Capable, yeah. I mean, yeah, Shaf and Rathwat, yeah, I understand. Like, okay, there's more pedigree with him. There's a little more with him, but still, like, I would still back
Shah Khan's
Mumbai.
averaging 33 this season with a strike rate of 170. I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
he
but
scored
that's
160
that's
runs,
because
but
he'll have a lot of not outs in there.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but you're still averaging one. If you're averaging 33, it's because you're scoring runs. Like the point is, his role is to come in the end, score runs, and stay not
No,
out. That's the
you can
point.
score. You can score 15, 20 runs and still average over that if you're not out.
Rahul, but this season he's averaged
Rahul,
33.
Mumbai's
That's exactly what I'm
after
saying.
Surya
You can
Kumar
score
Yadav.
15, 20 runs and average and be not out and average 30.
But his
Like,
role is to score that many runs. His role is not
my
to come and
okay,
score
but I'm
100
saying
runs.
I have not seen it from Shah Rukh Khan. I have not seen a game where he's turned it on its head or anything
So
this year. Not once.
to be
I
fair,
don't remember any game.
Against Lucknow, 57 of 29 with a strike rate of 196. That's the only game he's actually got into play more than like 10 balls, let's say.
Okay, well, I don't know. Okay, fine, fine. If you think Shah Rukh Khan is the guy they're going to rely on, or like you think he's a solid bat,
No,
fair
the
enough.
whole
But
point
I
is
don't.
you have to look at
Rahul,
each team
even
with their
like I
roles.
mean I don't feel Mumbai Indians like right now our batting lineup is like as balanced as it was in the past. Like okay, Sky is in the form of his life. After that, you take out Ryan Rickelton. Our third highest scorer is Rohit Sharma at 300 in 11
Yeah,
innings. That's okay,
but
fine.
again,
That but
it's
then again,
And to put in context, Rahul,
Rohit
like
Sharma is
Shah
like a
Rukh
very
Khan,
like I can't say a more like if his day on his day kind of player. He's extremely unreliable. You don't know what
fair
you are
enough,
getting.
Rishi. The
Fourth,
difference again, like
Tilak
you also
Verma at
you have
246.
4 overs of Bumrah. 4 overs of Bumrah is going to be so crucial in a game like this. It's going to be way game changing. That is honestly a 50-50 is if you had a batting
Rahul, I
equivalent.
think you're cutting, bro. You're cutting. Your net's not stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was talking about Bumrah and his 4 overs.
I
Yeah.
mean, see,
I can.
Rahul,
Uh,
that and Bumrah, like we should have kept every game under 160, 150. Like the fact that we have Bumrah just isolates like we can get like maybe 20 from 4 overs from him, but the remaining act also has to perform. Like I cannot remember a lot of games. Yeah, they have come together for a few games, but I can't say they are consistent enough for me to be like, you know what, they're just so much more better than Gujarat Titans. Like they should have honestly gotten the job done in the previous game. But
Yeah,
as a
but
whole, like we just needed one more bowler to keep things tight. Like if we had one more, if we had 8 solid overs, we could have kept that game. Because that was I mean the way they were batting. I see to begin with, I didn't feel it was like a 200 220 wicket. Like I felt the score we had put up was enough. If we had like 2 3 bowlers who were restricting runs. I mean as usual, Bumrah did what he usually does, but remaining not one single bowler kept it tight.
bro,
So I
this
can't.
game
You
you
can't
didn't
really
have.
say that. Like you can't really say that. Oh, we have Bumrah, so 4 overs are like like looked after by him. Like okay, like we
That
have
is
Bumrah,
true,
but the
but it's
remaining,
true.
if they get taken for a ride like they've been taking consistently, I don't think it's enough because like even like right in the previous game, like Bumrah went for what 5.8 his economy. The next highest is Deepak Chahar for 9.3.
Hmm.
And then it's Bolt, it's Will Jacks, it's Ashwini Kumar, it's Hardik Pandya. Everyone are going for 10 plus. So you can't really sit and say that okay, we have 4 overs of Bumrah, yeah, but if the others are going at 12 and over, you're ending up with like 20 like 200 plus totals. Like teams are anticipating that. They know that okay, you might not be able to hit Bumrah for 4 overs. You leave that 4 overs aside. The objective of a batsman is to survive those 4 overs, but the other 16 overs they are going to take bowlers for a ride.
Yeah, I mean I'm not saying that Mumbai are too far I just think favorites because of the pedigree and game that they've done. I just think it's more superior team. Guys like who are effectively going to bowl six is insane, especially in a game like this. Okay, yeah, I think we have a net issue, so I'm just going to move it on to you guys for RCB and Punjab. Who are the favorites there?
Adi, you're on mute.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, for me, looking at it from an RCB Punjab perspective, again, I have to be very real. Like, it's very tough. Looking at both the teams, I think one thing with Punjab is their batting lineup is very deep. I think almost everyone in the team can bat. Like, they can bat till number 9, number 10, if you just look at that batting lineup. Compared to, and I think that helps a lot with the games it's been going this season. Like, if you have something where now they have Kyle Jamieson also, if I'm not wrong, to play. So like you have an extra batsman there, so you can bat until number 9 for them, number 10, like number 9 at least have a batting unit, and batting deep helps because you can play a bit more aggressive, but also you have that opportunity of going long, going deep, and scoring runs just for the fact that you have that freedom to play. Like with RCB, I think looking, I want to take yesterday's run chase out of context because for me, it's more than just yesterday's run chase. I think for me personally, looking at the game yesterday, I think any batsman would have done well on that pitch. Like it proved also yesterday. Like it was totally a batsman's paradise. Like there was nothing, not even one bit for the bowlers yesterday. Until you're bowling Yorkers, I think you're going to get smacked on that pitch. It was as simple as that. And yeah, like batting unit yesterday is totally different from how it's been this entire season. Going into the semis, playing again, as I said, it's a very slow track. For me, it's a bit of 50-50. I think Punjab have that firepower where they can bat deep and score big runs. With RCB, I don't know about what Tim David's position is. I don't really can sit and say he's fully fit. He's going to play tomorrow. Like I don't know. There is a bit of mystery in that. So for me, right now, I would say he's not
No, I
going to play
think
just for the
Adi, I
fact
think
that
Jitesh Sharma for toss he came and said he will be match fit for the qualifier one.
okay, but
I mean their next game.
my bro, that's the thing. Like you don't cure yourself from a hamstring within 2-3 days. So I really can't believe it and be confident with it saying yeah he's going to play. It is a good sign he was there yesterday standing and he's not gone back home for sure. But I don't know about his fitness. I can't sit and say that he's going to be moving the same way he used to move 1 week ago. He's going to bat the same way. Like hamstring, the thing with hamstring injuries, if you're stuck with a hamstring injury, it affects your entire body. It's not like an ankle where you can take it out and still play. Like hamstring is literally your entire back is gone. You have to move. You have to use the hamstring for everything, like even power hitting to kneel down or anything you used to use. You need to use your hamstring. So for me, I don't know. I wouldn't say confidently that he's going to sit and play tomorrow, and that's where it matters for me, because if I don't have Tim David and I know my top three, my number 3, number 4 is still not sorted. Even after yesterday, I don't think it's sorted enough to be like yeah we have a sure shot number 3, number 4. And if someone like Liam Livingstone comes in at number 5, I think that's my biggest concern going into it, because I would be like okay, our batting doesn't, again it looks like okay our batting relies on the top two, like our top two have to play or else we are in trouble as a batting unit. Like if our top two get out early or if our top two is not scoring runs, even though how it was yesterday, I think you have to take it out because it's very skewed, bro. Like that batting pitch, anyone could have scored 250, 260 with ease. You have to take that out of context and look at it. Like if it's a very tough batting like pitch, like how it was in Chinnaswamy in the beginning, and I saw how RCB struggled, and the only time like someone played quality innings at that time was Tim David, and if we don't have him, and if it's going to be a slow track, I would sit and say like batting unit, I'm not that confident. I think bowling wise, even though we've had 2 bad matches, it just comes down to the pitch. I think you can fix that and go into the game tomorrow with. I would back my bowlers. Hazelwood coming back. I think they're all strong bowlers. And the fact is simple. Like you have to have Tim David, or else your batting is looking very weak. Like it's as simple as that.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one with Tim David. I don't think you can say that he will play the next game. But we know that apparently there is a good enough intel about Josh Hazelwood. He looks likely to play the next one, so that is of course going to be a huge boost. Um, if Hazelwood does come in, I see like the bowling completely changes. I think it goes from here like one place to another, because what they tried to do yesterday with Bhuvi was to do the Josh Hazelwood role. He made Bhuvi bowl the fifth power play, and then that's basically what Hazelwood does. So it'll almost like flip around, go back to normal where Bhuvi bowls at the top, maybe with the Ashtayal most probably, and then you'll have Hazelwood through bowling fifth, which is probably going to be the toughest over of the power play anyways, um, or the toughest phase. And yeah, I think the bowling sorts itself out. Um, of course, there are questions about Surya Sharma. Now, the only thing with me is right now, if you're not going to bowl Livingston, there is absolutely no point in playing him. It's just get an Indian batter in that position who you're confident with and give him the opportunity, give him a go, because Livingston just seems to me like he does not care, bro. It could not be worse. Like it felt so bad watching Livingston. Like it just seems like he doesn't care. And if he's not going to bowl, I don't see the point in having Livingston there. Give an Indian like batter a chance, and you might get something else. Anyways, you're not going to get anything out of Livingston. So might as well give a Swastik Chikara an opportunity, or if you really trust somebody else, go for it. Just give them that opportunity to bat in that position. You might get something else, or give Tim Seifert a chance. Like if you're anyways you're pushing Mayank down the order, batting him at 5. Give Tim Seifert that chance to play up the order. Maybe you'll get something else from him. And I just don't want, if they're not going to bowl Livingston, I don't want to see Livingston playing the next game. But apart from that, it looks alright. I think Mayank was very good yesterday. I think he played to his strengths, which is get the boundaries. He's not a six-seater, but all of those cut shots on the offside were perfect. And
Yeah, I think
that's
he
what I
hit
want.
3 on the trot or something. No, he was piercing the field very well.
Yeah,
yesterday.
and that's exactly what I want from my young bro. Like that's it. Like know your strengths, and I think if he can do that, play straight, play those cut shots, play what he's good at, I think it's solid. You don't need. It's not about. There was this thing that was going around. RCB hit 7 sixes. There was 1 6 hit until Jitesh Sharma came to bat, and we were still scoring at a decent rate. And it was just fours, and that's what I loved about Virat Kohli's innings yesterday as well. He was pulling everything on the ground. It was brilliant. Like it was probably one of like the more classier knocks I've seen. And I same with Mayank. I think again we ran well. So and we have to give some poor fielding to LSG as well. Like thanks to that.
But Rahul, the point is 6 wins over 4, so it doesn't matter how many fours you're hitting if the
No,
other
I'm
team's
not
out
saying
6.
that. I'm saying let the six hitters do the six hitting. Your like Mayank.
But you don't have that now. You have it only with one player if you look at it. That's
No,
the
you are
problem.
Jitesh.
That's what I'm
I
getting.
think Rajat Patidar is a proper six hitter. Like he can hit sixes as well. He's one of those guys
Everyone
who
can hit
clears the boundary
sixes.
with ease.
Virat can hit sixes. Saul can hit sixes. The
No,
whole
they
point
can, but
is
I think
right now are they
Mayank,
doing it? We have to talk about that. Like we
no, I
can't tell.
but I think
3 years ago he was doing it. It
Virat
does.
Kohli, I think Virat Kohli and Mayank Agarwal, these two at least particularly are not per se six hitting players. They're more like they play a lot more critting shots, and then they can find the gaps. And if that
I
that
think
is a
Virat
strength,
Kohli has
I
the
didn't see
top.
I didn't see any fuss about Virat's batting yesterday, which is what I thought was great. He was just
Yeah, but we are
playing to his
talking.
strengths,
See, I
timing the
think
ball
we have
well,
to take.
and doing his job.
I think we have to take out yesterday's innings overall
Why?
out because it is skewed, bro. Like you can't put that
It's
pitch
not.
in and
It's
say,
not only
yeah.
yesterday. He played very similarly in the game before as well.
No, I'm not
Both
talking
these
about
games.
Virat. I'm talking about the entire batting unit. I'm telling that's my point. Like, I don't think it makes sense for us to sit and say, yeah, Mayank was so good yesterday. Sure, on that batting pitch, I would expect everyone to bat well, and that's my point. Like, even Patidar looked decent, like half decent after everything has been through the season. Like, Salt was also pretty good, like the way he was batting. Punt was like he was batting like he was Chris Gale, bro, yesterday, for example. Everybody looked good on the batting pitch. Like, you look at the stats, like 3 wickets fell for LSG, 4 wickets fell for RCB. Look at the wickets also. It was just someone trying to hit and they got out. There was nothing in the pitch to say, okay, that was a crazy ball, and that's why like it was out of this universe kind of wicket. Like it was everything was there in the pitch. Like my point is going from there. to a pitch like Punjab where it's been very slow. Apart from Kohli, I can't sit here and say these guys are going to do extremely well like the way it was yesterday, and that's my point. Punjab have advantage because it's their home ground. They've played 7 games there at least minimum. I think they
You know,
had to
now
play
they
like
played
two,
just
three.
two there.
No, I think they played more than 2 because they had to play like 2, 3 in Mohali, but apart from that, nothing else, right?
No, they
But the
played
point is
two or three in Mohali. They played that KKR
they played
game,
one in
and then they
Mohali.
played one more low-scoring game, and then after that, everything it got moved to Mohali. Then got moved to. I mean, they had their away games, and then they played the remaining games. I think in Jaipur or something. They haven't played in Mullanpur much. I think 2 or 3 games. That's it.
The first 3, 4 games they played there only. Like the
Yeah.
beginning they were playing there only, and after that I think they stopped. But like, bro, the point is batting unit. We have to fix it. Like for me, it's simple. Like if you're not serious tomorrow in terms of batting, it's going to affect us no matter how good our bowling is. I have a feeling if we bat first, all this time when we've batted first, we've been poor. It's as simple as that. Look at the away games. I don't think away games we've really batted first. To be fair, we've always chased away games if we have to think about it. And coming to the home games, it has been a scenario where you've batted first and you've struggled in those slow pitches. The only time we played well and scored about 200 was when the last game before the stoppage against CSK, where we scored 200 plus. And even in that game, it was a matter of three guys. Like it was a matter of Virat, Bethel playing well. DDP had a good cameo. Then our again number 4, number 5 struggled. Even Jitesh Sharma struggled that day, if I'm not wrong. Patidar was struggling that day. And it was a matter of Romario Shepherd having that 50 of the last 2 overs. Like if Romario didn't have that 50, I think
But Adi, we can't say that okay because of this it happened. It's done. The point is
Rahul,
people are
but the
chipping in
point
at
is,
different times. It
I
doesn't
don't
matter.
expect that with the thing is, it's simple. Like, can you sit here and say you're getting that with Romario every time? Like, the point is, one
Yeah, but
isolated
here's
incident
the thing:
can't
you're
become a
looking at
precedence for
somebody
the
else to stand up. Like yesterday, Jitesh stood up. Like that's the thing. You need different people at different points to stand up
No,
and
I'm
take
not
the
saying
responsibility.
exactly.
He'll
That's
do
not
it.
what I'm saying. My point is this season, it's simple. My point is this season, when RCB has batted first, they've struggled tremendously. If tomorrow toss is 50-50, we know it. Going tomorrow, if RCB bats first, it is a huge uphill task. If RCB is bowling first, I would put them as the favorites. It's very simple. I know I was saying, you can't use the thing of toss conditions, etc. But I'm talking based on this season, what I've seen. What RCB have struggled is during batting first, they haven't scored a good target, nor have they been capably scoring runs overall to put a solid target and defend that target with good amount of like overs, anything. They have not done that enough. We know that for a fact. The 3 home games when we played in Chinnaswamy Stadium, we batted first in all of those games. We struggled, we lost those games. The one game which we won, we played against CSK, very tight game, and I do believe it was one huge differentiator factor was Romario that day. Point is, do I think I'm going to get that every time? I don't know. I don't think so. I can't go into tomorrow saying Romario Shepherd will play well if our batting is not going well because it's a very different pitch. Like Chinnaswamy Stadium, I'll back Romario Shepherd. But tomorrow in Chandigarh, I don't think I can sit and confidently back Romario. He's not batted enough also to be like, yeah, he's going to do that. He's only played 2 games where he's batted when you think about it. CSK game and the last game against SRH when we have to really put it there, right? So it's simple for me. If you're batting first, I look at it as the biggest weakness for RCB because our batting order is not solid enough. Tomorrow, yeah, maybe as you're saying, you need those individual performances. Maybe tomorrow is when you need guys like Patidar and Mayank to show up because the reason we've not played well as a batting unit as when we're batting first is because of the number 4, number 3, even number 5. I think even Jitesh Sharma has been poor when we batted first. It's as it is. Like if these guys show up tomorrow and say, okay, we'll continue our batting form, or else we'll take it on from the top 3 and score more runs, then I can confidently say, yeah, like okay, there is a sign of progression. There is a sign of okay, if it's deep trouble, I can expect Patidar to come tomorrow. But I can't back that based on what I've seen this season. Anything can happen in the playoffs, I agree, but right now I'm just scared of RCB batting first and scoring runs. It's just as it is. Like you can't do much.
Fair enough. Rishi, quickly, RCB and Punjab. Who do you think wins?
I think I don't know. I think just because of how Punjab have played their initial few games there, I feel they know the places better. And I think I think Punjab just about edged through to the final.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So we may be looking according like if this goes the way it is, you might see a Mumbai RCB potential qualifier to or RCB GT. But yeah, let's see. It's interesting. I'm still going to say RCB, just back the team and see where we go with that. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Please like and share the video, subscribe to Sports Recovery, and yeah, we'll see you after the qualifier and eliminators.